आर्यन बहुत ही कॉन्फिडेंट थे अपने विजन को लेके एंड द काइंड ऑफ लव दैट वी ऑल आर गेटिंग इट्स इनक्रेडिबल. बट जो मीम्स भी बन रहे हैं मुझे बहुत मजा आ रहा है. मुझे हर दूसरा मेरा कोई दोस्त मुझे डीएम कर रहा है एंड इट्स जस्ट हिलेरियस. वो जो आपका रिएक्शन था वही मेरा रिएक्शन था बिकॉज आर्यन वाज टाइट लिप्ड अबाउट इट. उसने किसी को भी नहीं बताया था कि क्लाइमैक्स क्या होने वाला है. और हम सब पूछते थे, मैं उससे कितनी बारी पूछती थी कि आर्यन जस्ट थोड़ा हिंट, जस्ट टेल मी ना क्या होता है एंड में. एंड ही वुड टेल मी नहीं नहीं मैं बताऊंगा बताऊंगा राइट टाइम पे बताऊंगा. मुझे याद है सुहाना भी उस दिन आई थी सेट पे जस्ट टू हैंग अराउंड. मैंने सुहाना को भी पूछा, सेड व्हाट इज योर ब्रदर रिटन, what is he written, what is his climax, I can't process it. There could have been no better Ajay Talwar than Bobby, sir. I remember the first scene of when I was watching him perform was that round table scene when he walks in to see Karishma. And I was just observing him. I'm like, that man has such strong aura. He looks like Ajay Talwar with that tattoo and that body and just his persona in general. Raghav is a very, very talented and, like you said, a very effortless actor. वो मेहनत कर मतलब मेहनत of course he preps for his roles and all, but on the set he's very spontaneous and a very good energy to have on set also. And Raghav is a lot like that even off set. I mean, off camera also. That scene, I remember he was very excited to shoot for that scene. वो पूरा गाना याद करके आया था. And even while we were shooting for the scene, we were just, everybody was laughing. The ADs were laughing. People behind the camera team were laughing. We all had a blast because he really did it so well. Hi, this is Sahher Bambba. You're watching the Sunny G show by Luft the Air. Watch the Bads of Bollywood only on Netflix.
Thank you so much. Many, many congratulations to you. And I'm super happy to do this chat, especially after the success. And I wish you more going forward. We're very happy to see you. I'm sure next time when we do an interview, it will be in person and a much more longer format. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Alright, so right now अगर मैं web shows के बारे में बात करूँ, सिर्फ हर जगह एक ही नाम गूंज रहा है in every place literally when I talk about India, when I talk about India के बाहर, that's Bads of Bollywood. And I think one person who has definitely played a crucial role in that entertainment quotient has to be Sahher Bambba over here. First of all, क्या enjoy ज्यादा कर रहे हो जो इतने memes share हो रहे हैं, positive, good, fun memes of the show on social media, या फिर the overall validation and love that you're getting? कौन सा ज्यादा enjoy कर रहे हो आप?
Oh my God, both equally because जब हम शो बना रहे थे हमें पता था कि काफी अच्छा शो बन रहा है एंड आर्यन का विजन, आर्यन बहुत ही कॉन्फिडेंट थे अपने विजन को लेके एंड द काइंड ऑफ लव दैट वी ऑल आर गेटिंग इट्स इनक्रेडिबल. बट जो मीम्स भी बन रहे हैं मुझे बहुत मजा आ रहा है. मुझे हर दूसरा मेरा कोई दोस्त मुझे डीएम कर रहा है एंड इट्स जस्ट हिलेरियस. आई एम हैविंग अ ग्रेट टाइम.
And I think something that none of us expected. Of course, there was a lot of expectation in terms of what people will, love, etc. वो लास्ट में जो क्लाइमैक्स था वो तो कुछ क्या था वो? What was that? I mean, absolutely, my eyeballs were literally rolling like this round and round. यार ये क्या हो गया? What do you have to say about that? Because that's, I think, the most exciting part of the whole show.
वो जो आपका रिएक्शन था वही मेरा रिएक्शन था बिकॉज आर्यन वाज टाइट लिप्ड अबाउट इट. उसने किसी को भी नहीं बताया था कि क्लाइमैक्स क्या होने वाला है. और हम सब पूछते थे, मैं उससे कितनी बारी पूछती थी कि आर्यन जस्ट थोड़ा हिंट, जस्ट टेल मी ना क्या होता है एंड में. एंड ही वुड टेल मी नहीं नहीं मैं बताऊंगा बताऊंगा राइट टाइम पे बताऊंगा. तो हमने क्लाइमैक्स सब शूट कर लिया. हमने सिर्फ क्लाइमैक्स जो था वो लास्ट में शूट किया हमने. और शूट वाले दिन के आधा घंटा पहले आर्यन ने हम सबको वैन में बुलाया और तब हम सबको बताया. फिर आधे घंटे में हमने शूट किया पर हमें आधा घंटा तो इसी में लगा प्रोसेस करने में कि व्हाट, ये है क्लाइमैक्स, ये कैसे हो गया.
So when you heard the climax from Aryan, तो आपने आर्यन को क्या बोला कि भाई ये तुम क्या करा रहे हो, ये तो मतलब अलग लेवल पे जाने वाला है? What was your reaction? What did you tell him?
I was like, what? ये सोचा कहाँ से, लिखा कहाँ से, ये इतना आइडिया आया कहाँ से? Because Aryan's somebody, आप उनसे कुछ भी मतलब he'll think of the most unexpected things. तो जब ये मैंने को ट्विस्ट पता चला एंड का, मुझे याद है सुहाना भी उस दिन आई थी सेट पे जस्ट टू हैंग अराउंड, मैंने सुहाना को भी पूछा सर व्हाट इज योर ब्रदर रिटन, what is he written, what is his climax, I can't process it.
Amazing. And I think another person alongside you who has equally played an incredible role throughout has to be Bobby Deol, sir. And I had a conversation with him as well post that. And I think it's been absolutely phenomenal, the kind of warmth that you both have brought together. Warmth bhi hai, pyar bhi hai, thoda sa takrar bhi hai. That is, I think, what we love the most about. How do you see him? Because I think the more and more roles he does every year, I think the more he keeps getting younger. How do you perceive Bobby, sir?
Bobby sir, I remember he was the last person to be cast. Everybody else was cast, just Ajay Talwar's character was remaining. And there were a lot of names that I was hearing this person could get cast. But I honestly, now when I see him on screen and even while shooting with him, I just realized that there could have been no better Ajay Talwar than Bobby sir. I remember the first scene of when I was watching him perform was that round table scene when he walks in to see Karishma. And I was just observing him. I'm like, that man has such strong aura. He looks like Ajay Talwar with that tattoo and that body and just his persona in general. And just to work with him, I think he's an amazing person to work with. So much to learn from. He would often tell me he would be more concerned about the scene and not just his lines. He's really you know giving as a co-actor, if I may say so. So he was always really encouraging, and I think his journey, like you mentioned, has been so inspiring in itself. I'm so happy with the kind of work he's getting, and finally so much love that's coming his way.
Love and gratification is what every actor seeks at the end of the day because that's what they're working for, right? For the
Gee.
audience.
Yeah.
And I think ये आपके जिंदगी में अभी not just in like droplets, but I think it's coming in the form of a tsunami for you right now, if I can put it that way in words. How do you react to the whole? Because it's like it can be a little overwhelming as well. Is it overwhelming for you? Suddenly, so much of love and adulation.
It is. I'll be very honest because this is not something that I've ever tasted before. So this little bit of, whatever you want to call it, feeling it for the first time and seeing tangible differences is quite a pinch me moment. I don't think I've dropped my phone for even a second on the side ever since the show has been out because I'm just seeing the mentions and seeing the comments and seeing what people have to say. So it's a really exciting phase.
Chemistry usually is about two people, but in I think in this project, it's a chemistry of three people. I'm not talking about the usual chemistry. I'm talking about you, Lakshya, and also Raghav. I think he's absolutely hilarious. The moment he says "kaho na kaho" in front of Emraan Hashmi, that's not just Raghav Juyal. That's I think me and so many other people who would also react the same way. And I think to an extent you as well. How do you see him? He's so effortless because he's just brought in so much of freshness to the whole thing. Aapka talent, uska talent, milke, it's literally setting shockwaves everywhere. How do you see his work?
Raghav is a very, very talented and, like you said, a very effortless actor. वो मेहनत कर मतलब मेहनत, of course, he preps for his roles and all, but on the set he's very spontaneous and a very good energy to have on set also. And Raghav is a lot like that, even off set. I mean, off camera also. That scene, I remember he was very excited to shoot for that scene. वो पूरा गाना याद करके आया था, and even while we were shooting for the scene, everybody was laughing. The ADs were laughing. People behind the camera team were laughing. We all had a blast because he really did it so well.
And then I think that particular scene also, you were very brilliant in that, where he was saying that "Asman, Asman, बाद में करना bedroom में, अभी जाके पहले वो paper sign कर." That is what it is, and also the car scene, which is your personal favorite, if I may ask, if you had to rank in order like personal favorites. I know all of them are your favorite because this is your whole project.
Yeah.
But अगर top two favorite scenes, if you had to choose, which one would you pick?
Of me or of Raghav?
Whole project, if you may pick.
I loved my scene. Actually, the whole of Climax I've really enjoyed. The whole chasing bit. I've
Right.
really enjoyed my brother's scenes also.
Oh
Shomik
my
is my favorite
goodness.
character. I love my brother in the show.
Yeah.
Like he's so annoying that like he's played it so well. Like you just want to like a little whack him a little bit. He's
Yeah.
really like done it so well. His scenes I really enjoyed. Also my scenes with Bobby, so I quite enjoyed because I felt like that really brought out the father daughter dynamic.
And at the moment you mentioned about Shomik, the only dialogue that's riveting in my mind was Pushpa Garib Chori Karegi. That's Absolutely hilarious, right? But I'm talking about Bads of Bollywood. We have limited time, so I want to talk about your other aspects as well. You've worked very, very hard as an actor, right? If you had to pick your top three flashbacks as an actor in all these years, what would you pick in terms of the efforts that you have put towards your own craft?
I think, firstly, the biggest flashback is I think of the days where I used to feel really down and out after auditioning day in and day out and things not materializing. So that would be a flashback because like that is the first visual that comes to my head is because I feel like nobody really sees those days. Everybody just sees the good part, but those days are the days which really kind of makes you, I guess, stronger. It doesn't feel like that back then, but I think it really kind of shapes you differently also. So that would be one. Second would be, like you said, just honing your craft. Just like try and keep working on yourself. I think as actors, one can never get complacent with their craft. Second would be that, and third, just my family. Yeah, they've just been such an incredible support in my life. I don't think I could have done any of this without their support.
I want to exactly come to that as I slowly and steadily wrap things up. Is family, right? The most important and integral part of any individual. I'm sure they must be super proud and happy of your success, maybe more than you as well. What have the
Yes.
reactions been from there, and what have they said?
My mother, I remember, जब auditions हो रहे थे, she was praying day in and day out. Like that's why I'm saying that this actually feels like such an answered prayer. And for me, more than my victory, I think it's her victory. And उन्होंने मेरे साथ show release होने से पहले, I made her watch the episodes, and she was cracking up. And my father also called me. He's like, "This is just crazy," and they're really proud. Yeah.
Have you had a conversation with Aryan after? Have you given him like a pat on the back for whatever? It doesn't feel like he's a first time director. Absolutely phenomenal.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I am still so much in touch with him. Yesterday also I called him and I'm sharing all the memes with him. I'm sharing all the screenshots of the directors and the producers who are messaging me. I'm just so overwhelmed that I really want to tell him that because of the fact that he gave me this Karishma Talwar and he gave me this project is why all of this is happening. So I keep sharing all the stuff that comes my way.
And I think last but definitely not the least, my only question to you would be, कि, this is the beginning of a great milestone for you and hopefully touch with many more things in the coming years going forward. But अगर मैं पूछूं that as an artist, that one thing maybe that you really want to achieve in the next, होते हैं ना हम लोग, we set goals for individually for each other, right? What is that one thing that you perhaps want to achieve in the next 1 or 2 years? कि नहीं एक दो साल के अंदर ये मुझे at any cost करना ही है. This is something that I really want to do. What would be that thing?
I think to play really interesting characters and be a part of interesting films with interesting filmmakers. Like I have a full list, so I really hope that that happens.
And I'm sure, and I also manifest, hopefully, fingers crossed, that
Fingers
that
crossed.
really
Yes.
happens because I think you've been truly spectacular in this.
Thank.
And the reach we have it's tremendous, not just in India, but also globally. So I'm sure that you're getting a lot of love, not just from people over here in India, but also abroad. So many congratulations to you for this.